Ferry service began in the late teens, 1915, 16. Men operated freighters to and from Washington Island, and William Jepson was one of those men offering that service. Others fell by the wayside by 1920. By 1939, he had visions of another similar business. Arnie and Carl Richter bought the business from him, and then they continued in much the same manner that he had, using 2 wooden ferries. Carl was a commercial fisherman. Arnie was a fish wholesaler when they bought the ferry service. They had been running the fish boat Welcome. They were asked by commercial fishermen to take the catch in winter to the mainland. Ferry stopped running in ice in the winter months, and there was no way to get their fish to market, and so Carl and Arnie agreed to do that. And they gained experience in all types of weather and weather conditions. They crossed over the ice when they couldn't get their boat. They also had the mail contract for a number of years, and so with that they began carrying freight. Occasionally passengers would ride along, but they weren't really a passenger vessel. So with that background, I think they were looking at expanding, and they bought the ferry line as it existed. A pretty tragic incident. Arnie's wife was Mary Cornell, one of 9 Cornell children. It was her younger brother, John, who was among 5 young men who were basketball players. The game was in Ellison Bay, and most of them went on to Sturgeon Bay to spend the night. The 5 young men decided to come back early, and it was foggy. They missed the marks on the route and got off the track and too far to the east and went through the ice. They put out a search later in the day that extended into the next day and finally found the car. Several of the men were still inside it, but others tried to get out and extricate themselves, but they recovered all of the bodies. And I think that may have given some impetus to Arnie and his father to try to provide a safer, better winter service. That didn't happen actually until 1946, when the war ended. They built a steel-hulled ferry, which was named the Griffin, and that served as a winter vessel for a number of years. There's been a general rise in traffic numbers. Now the last 3 years we've seen a solid rise each year, and last year was actually a record year for traffic, both in vehicles and in people. About 250,000 one-way tickets, and in the 80,000 to 90,000 vehicles. So we're optimistic about this year as well.